Hello there, and today I'd like to talk about the latest milestone in my upcoming video game, Ether, and that is our first boss fight, or a remake of it. You see, last year I put out a demo for my game, and while it doesn't hold a candle to what I have now, the boss fight at the end of it was one of, if not the best moment, in that little teaser. And so I wanted to recreate it for my new version of Ether, only better. Starting off, let's see how the boss fight worked in the original files. As you can see, the old boss, who I named Bossman, was limited to walking around the courtyard, chasing after the player, and dying. But the new boss does the same thing, but better. Starting off with some light fixes, he no longer glides all over the floor when moving, as his animation and walk speed are perfectly synced. And in the demo there was a somewhat game-breaking bug, where if he failed to hit you whilst chasing, he would run after you with no end, without going back to his regular pathing. He no longer does that because I don't suck at game development anymore. Like before, he still has his head pointed at you 24/7, but now he also has a chain swinging from his neck, which is the mystical artifact you're fighting him for. Now onto the meat of this stew. First up, his pathing. While visually it remains mostly the same, a lot of the code has been streamlined to be less taxing on your hardware. Second off, his chasing. 1, he doesn't attack from the corners of his pathing anymore, as running diagonally across a square boss arena looks silly. 2, instead of dodging him like in the demo, you have to outrun him until he runs out of breath. Yes, I gave him asthma. This shortness of breath also lines up with the cooldown phase he had in the demo, which I kept the same as I quite liked how it worked. At this point, I felt like calling it a day. The boss fight remained mostly the same, but with a good amount of refinement to it. But as I was playtesting, I took note of how easy it was to beat him if I really tried. And so, I set everything on fire, forcing the player to navigate within these narrow walkways, avoiding both the boss's attacks and the burning flames. Not to mention, the boss cannot be burnt as he has fire resistance. With that, I was done, and all that was left for me to do was to show off my efforts. Alrighty, so just for some context, I've got these 3 crosses here, and they're going to be spread around the map in the final product. And basically you just have to collect them and offer them to this demon here in order to get that necklace off of him. But funny thing is, he's going to trick you into freeing him of his imprisonment, and you have to fight him for it. So let's just put those down. Alrighty. There's a nice fire going on. Okay. Have a feeling he's going to charge me. Knew it! Oh shit. Okay. Ooh. Okay, this is looking good. Oh, nearly got in that fire. This is looking good. Okay, he's gone back. Hopefully he doesn't charge me again. Nope, okay. You know, it's supposed to be 50% chance of him charging you during his patrol, but I don't have a feeling that it's at like 110. Maybe I have to lower that down. Go back to your patrol. Oh, I got him. Okay, so that's the first cooldown. Just gonna have to do this a couple more times, and we should be good to go. Alrighty, I think he's at his last round now. I'm just gonna try and hit him. Let's see, and alrighty. So I think this is his final cooldown, if I'm not mistaken. And I'm just gonna, and there we go. Okay, that is looking pretty good. God, I love the ragdolls on this. Alright, and yeah, that's it. As always, I love working on Ether. I hope you enjoyed watching this video as much as I enjoyed making it, and until next time, stay tuned.